Star Family, Tribe, I'm back. This one's going to be more about my experience, how I came into awareness and what it is to be, because I don't feel people really be truly transparent of how they come to evolve to what they know and what they is to be. This is not for everybody. Nothing that I speak or where I come from or speaking is not for everybody, because I come from a place of heart. So if your heart is not open, pure, on a healing journey and a love unconditionally started for yourself and others of everything that you connected to, animals, places, nature, and more, this is not going to resonate with you. And I'm going to start back from my teenage years till I come to be in victim mode and stayed in victim mode for almost like 20 years. Searching, seeking, empty void within me for everything. I take accountability, responsibility for everything. Let me make that clear. I want to show from my perspective, my experience, how we come to be something from external places, people, family, surroundings, environment, to something that's really not us as a soul, and how it darkens us, dim us, and keep us from being our light, from what we are at our heart, from the spirit. Spirit, everybody got their own thing. My Ashe 144. Spirit comes from your environment, of your intentions, of your heart, of your mental and your emotional state, of what you receive from innerly and around you. That's how it's developed within you. My definition, well, I know. That's why I choose consciously of where I put myself physically, with people, places, things. Also what I eat and take in, because we are what we eat. We are what we see. We are what we take in of hearing. That's between music, watching. It's like I learned, and I'm learning, it's easier to read people's energy, especially ones of a violent spirit. Anyone that loves violence, anyone that partakes of violence before coming from peace and love and harmony, that lets you know what setting that person is on. That's a hell state. That's low. And if you're around that, what do you think that does to you? I'm giving you a second, a minute, because honestly, what do you think that does to you? So I'm speaking this to you from awareness and a conscious state of being alive within, a feeling to know. When I once was low, I didn't even have a clue. That's like when I say I was living dead, I was living like a zombie. If you ever watched the show on AMC of The Walking Dead, that's the majority of us all out here. We all infecting one another. The ones that are aware, are conscious, are knowing what's going on, trying to bring them back. Because most are stuck on a program of telling what it is to be, and that's what they follow, because they're not a leader within, because they was never taught to be. Hear what I just said. Most are not a leader within, because they was never taught to be. They only was taught to see, look, take in, and follow the directions that was given. And if they don't have directions, they're lost. And it's not their fault. We all, I'm going to speak from my place of residence, we all came here for this. We all sign up for everything that we go through. There's no coincidence. There's no luck. There's no chance. There's no accident. If you're going through it, it's a part of your soul that you signed for this mission. If you have one. I'm going to leave it like that. This is not about no separation. I am fully about unity. I am fully about togetherness and working together. I am fully about being in harmony and unconditional love. That's how I operate. I also operate from a resonance of truth and not delusional, of most of us been set on. Because from the way I grew up religious. I grew up first, well, my mom was Baptist, so when I was with my grandparents or my aunts or whatever, it's Baptist. and with my mom at Seventh-day Adventist that she changed to. So I pretty much know that in. And once a time, my mom was like, even the devil knew the Bible. But then I'm just like, well, who wrote it though? And you the one that gave it and forced it on me, even in fear and beating me though. So I'm not saying because I have something against the Bible and religion. I don't. I just understand it because I took it in. You know, some might not even understand. They call on Jesus. You're supposed to be that form of that frequency of that energy. That Christ of that crystal that is in line, that's activated within you. So me knowing that you've been volunteering to give away your sovereignty of your energy, of your power outward, not knowing to embrace it, to take it within you, I'm speaking this from a humble place. And those that's where I'm at are where we're inner and we knowing, and we had to let go of captivity of the world outside to know internally. Now, with that being said, we all have a story, and all our lives are not perfect. And the ones that are perfect, they sign up for that too. That's the mission that they soul signed up for the journey to take. For us that had to go through the ripple and waves, the typhoon, the you know what I'm saying, the tsunamis, the earthquakes, the hurricanes, the tornadoes, we came to do the internal work. We came to raise this frequency, because then after going through it, once we know what we're supposed to do. And a lot of people know what they're supposed to do, they just don't do it. I'm back to me. And I'm not never speaking from an arrogance or a conceited place. I'm speaking from a place that where I was at and where I'm not at now, it's nothing but gratitude and love and appreciation for all that guided me internally, that brought me to know what it is to be, all that gave and give me unconditional love and protection and overseeing. So with that being said, when I was 16, 17, I was just learning how to drive. I had just finished playing basketball and tennis with my dad. I was still in high school, so after practice and everything, my dad wanted to play tennis and basketball. I played, and I had a girlfriend. So one day, and I'm telling this story for not out of pity, I'm telling you this story to tell you how I came to a victim mentality. One day I was driving, leaving my dad from playing basketball and tennis, headed over to my girlfriend's house at the time, my first daughter's mom. And on the way there, I blacked out. And as I blacked out, I hit someone at a bus stop. And as I came to, I was coming to the road, and all I see is this semi-truck coming. And as I come, my vehicle kept going, but it automatically stopped. And when it stopped, you know, I'm a child, like I said. I get out the door, I look, all I see, you know, I have gratitude because I carried that life on me for many, many years. I am not BSing you. I played victim. I used it as a victim mentality. It weighed on me. And I really never recovered from it because the police, because it was a transient, they looked at it like he was nobody. And as a child, you know, it was nothing intentional that I did, and I didn't know I understand. I do now, because even with him, this is how I know the dead is alive. For all that time, whatever, he was still, and still at his presence, and still be with me even as I speak to you. So what I'm sharing with you, for years, I want to say from 17 to 40, 17, 23 years, I had that weight of heavy. And that's just that. I'm not even talking about previous, as my younger years. I even come to the lust, to family is not always good family. I'm going to leave it like that. It's a lot of darkness that being family. They act like they holy and they Christians. And at the end of the day, there ain't nothing holy, ain't nothing Christians when you don't bring truth to your family, within your family, the healing all the way. And those that feel me at that heart, you're going to know what I'm talking about. I want to stay on course. So, after taking a life, still trying to be in life, parents, mom, trying to put me in therapy. Therapy don't have a clue. Still want me to go to school. I'm going to school, and it's just like I just start skipping. Everything was just put in and held. I never addressed it. More always say, pray, pray, pray. Give it to Jesus. Give it to God. From my experience, that don't make you do the work though. So instead of what I do, my environment around in the world too, I start taking more of that, of everything, and it's survival mode. It really is. And now where I'm at, I can see the mirror of the energy. I can see the mirror of the programming and the training that I no longer do, and see how it keeps you in captivity. So, start smoking. I was drinking here and there, really started drinking because of my environment. Anything that I did, it wasn't did because, this is what I want to do. No, I did this because I didn't know I was this empath. I was this sponge of energy. I conform to the shit that's around me. And a lot of people don't know that they empath, and a lot of things that they do, they think it's them. It's the energies that's conformed to them. It's not controlling them. They just, it's at play. It's like a lot of us, we think it just be us. And it really don't just be yourself. Your ego and your pride, let it be. Even at times when you get drunk, high, or under certain substance, some think they're strong, they mighty. Others go into emotional state, a wrecking ball. Because that's when your true of everything of you come out that's evolved. And for those that know what I'm speaking of, know what I'm speaking of. What I'm getting at is time, nervous system. It starts to clamp. The world tightens you up. And then your emotional state, if you don't know nothing about grounding, how to release, how to let go, how to speak, and not hold in, then you won't lash out on others and your energy stay in the flow. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. That is true. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. And your resonance of place of where you coming from. Are you coming from a healing when you speaking to someone? Are you coming from a hurt? Do you want them to feel your pain too? In a negative way. So all these years, me playing the victim, me having this life, something that I didn't take, something that was innocent. Even as May, I know now, just as I signed up for that, he signed up for it too. And as he shared with me, it was his time. And as it was like it was an angel that was also over me. Because even in my dark, in my sleep, even though I have so many, and I don't believe in angel as in biblical form, and I'm just going to be honest with you, from my experience of what I know. Because I can look at me and people outside, I'm talking about older people, of the opposite color of me, say I am an angel. And I would tell her, no, I didn't always used to be. This is something that came within me. And for those that pick that up, they pick that up. My thing is, it's like when when something comes within you alive and you have to follow that though. It's not for you to know what it looks like. You go by what you feel internally because that's what's really real. And it is keeping you in peace and stillness and a blissfulness. That's where you need and you should want to stay and be. So years, even using it when I talk to females, whatever, to get the sympathy, play on the heartstring. I speak different now because my language different. This wasn't how I resonated back then though. Nothing that I ever did used to then be of good. And I was in that external world, the world telling me what it is and what it is not to do, fear this, fear that, everything, laws of man and everything. And it's like, once I let go of all what I thought I knew and know that was given to me, that kept me in a hell state, that kept me in a prison within me, for all that had guided me, for all the surroundings and all the sources of telling me. And my sources were nothing of good because of my vibration and my frequency. Oh yeah, I would attract. I just want to attract the light of the better or good of me. It's just like, oh, in the hood, what is it? Gotta find the plug. I was always a magnet for bullshit. I was always a magnet for negative stuff. And I tell anybody, and I'll say it today, if I was around doctors or lawyers, I wouldn't even be speaking right here to you today. But that's not what I signed up for. Because as I signed up, that's why I'm here speaking right now of my experience, how I evolved, how I come to. So after the accident, like I said, I had a girlfriend, and then soon to be my daughter's mom, my first. And after the accident, all I wanted was a child, and she wanted a child too. So what I'm saying, I wasn't even here. I was here, an emotional wreck. I wasn't here though. I was gone. I don't know if many people can grasp that. Like, my body, my flesh, I was moving. It was alive, spirit. Soul was gone. There was no light. My heart, oh yeah, it had intentions of doing right. I was in the survival mode though. I'm being honest. So this is what I know from my experience when I don't lift it and I say the mirror, the reflection of the energy, I'm able to see. Not only able to see, I'm able to feel, because when I came within of my soul, of my energy back within this body, other time that I needed to be, thanks 2020, you know, a lot of people came online in 2020. Even before 2020 though, there was something within me that resonated, that I knew I had to do something to get this body in line to hold the light that needed the energy to come back. Because like 2019, I started wanting to eat salads. I started eating more fruits. I was being in the sun. That sun does something to you. I mean, like, if you build a personal relationship internally, you'll know what it does to you. You'll know how it heals you. You'll know how it charges you. You'll know how it activates you and how it thaws you out and bring you back to source within you. The moon too, if you want to know my truth. You give everything that time, you give time, it gives back to you for what you give. It gives it infinitely all the way. And that's in anything that you do, honestly. So like, whatever you feel or what system or what program you take, the energy that you give it and the emotions too, positive or negative, that's what you build up. That's what you bring. That's what you attract. And as you attract, that's what you come to the physical of your fields and your reality of your simulation. That's how I know it to be. So after my first daughter, and that relationship was Ike and Tina. I wasn't no Ike. Let me make that motherfucking clear. But when it was time to be Tina, to say love myself and leave this motherfucker, hey, even as my child, like I told her, if I stay with you, you're gonna kill me, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna be in prison, you still gonna be out fucking and sucking. I'm just gonna keep it plain. And it make it so bad, after my first child, she turned around and got pregnant again. And I just told her, there's no way we can do that. And it was so bad, like I literally took out a loan before we could have an abortion if I'm gonna be transparent. Because like I told her, I made it through the first pregnancy with you. And I'm gonna be honest with you, she was up too and aware. You know, I like to call her a witch. And not a good one either, if I must be honest. I'll get to that later at time. You know, someone don't get what they want. They put spells and curses on you. And then years later, they act like they never did anything. They don't remember none of it. Yes, it's amazing when you do the internal work, what you come to know about yourself and what's been brought to you, and knowing who's around you. So it's like we even think that the people we with are truly for us. They only majority, if they're not healed, grounded, whole, complete, light, and living of light, and showing it for their own self and to others too, they ain't nothing good for you. I mean, once you get past that lust and that sexual and the physical, and you go to an internal and see if they vulnerable and open with you, and they can't be vulnerable or open with you because they hiding something. And if they hiding it from you and they don't want to face it, and you see what they do to themselves, and it's nothing of love, and they abuse themselves, I'm just going to speak this in truth. I was there. When you drinking, you smoking, you doing drugs, taking prescription pills, you having sex, like with no love, no condition, no connection, just an animal state of living and being, just want to feel the affection for a brief, momentary, then what? Life still go back to normal when you're sober, so what you try to do? You chase that. You keep chasing it because that's where you want to stay, because you don't want to face the truth of reality. Not only on the outside, from the inside. Because when you're sober, you start to have to face if you hear the noise, the sounds, the voices, you got to face you. That's what people don't understand. It's still all you. You can call it a mental state or whatever the fuck you want. It's still you. If you go running to outside sources, all they do is give you drugs just to compress you. And anything that is not a nature that you put in your body, you think that's going to work and good and healing? That's why they can't tell you they can heal you or cure you, because of what they put in your body. The only thing that really cures you, even what they give you, is your mindset of what you believe and what you're taking. Let that sink in. Your energy, of your power, of what works within your cells, of your energy. Man, your nose within you. That's why you was never taught about the body, the anatomy, the organs, the veins, the blood, the fascia. Was you ever taught about your fascia? Was you taught about the nervous system, how it's like a tree, and how we are like the tree too? So everything of outside of nature that's formed within us, we are connected to? I want to stay on topic. So with me, now this video won't be long. If you watch it, you watch it. You don't, you don't. I'm going to speak this out, get it on out. With me, I started conforming to everything around my environment. Me not knowing who I am as I am today, in a lower state. And that's why I'm sharing this, because those that's still in the world, you think you thriving, you think you got everything. If it's not coming from a heart of resonance, if your attention is not true and pure of healing and helping and lifting, and more manipulating and using and abusing people, places, and things because of what you maintain, hey, you showing you glitter on the outside, on the inside, you and I know that battle, that struggle, what it really is doing though. We put on that smile, we put on that face, we do what it is at the end of the day. I feel internally, at heart, at core, I know what it is, not just what I see. The mask, I rip it off because I know internally. Because everything that I was outside, all the mirrors, I used to be. So it's easy for one that stepped away. Now I know that energy. And even from a child, from a lustful state, that's what developed me. Always feeling, hey, I had to chase it, I gotta hustle, I gotta lie, I gotta be conniving, vindictive. And I was only given a reflection of the mirrors that I was getting around me, honestly. Still take accountability. That's why I know for what I speak, I'm very mindful. Honesty, that's what brings a whole different frequency. Keeps me in my drive, keeps me in my clarity of my team, of my angles and my demons, of my devils, of what you call negative and positive, or good and bad, evil, everything. Evil spelled the other way around is live. So I took that within and I applied it. I didn't run from nothing outside that told me what it is to be. When I was guided in ways of my ancestors, of my past, of my family, that is truly more alive and operating and sharing with me than alive outside, because they internally don't know what it is to be. So my life, not wanting to follow the rules and regulation of the laws on the land, and I already felt if I didn't listen to my parents, how the hell I'm listening to something outside of me too? That's the law too. So yeah, I was going to jail. Yeah, I was getting on probation. Yeah, I wouldn't stop smoking. It's like, how the fuck I'm grown and you gonna tell me what to do? Yes, there's consequences. Most people might say, oh, that's just dumb. Well, call me a crash dummy. Because I was crashing. The thing is, I signed up to crash though. And I'm sharing this is because a lot of us sign up to crash. It just takes us too many times to keep crashing too long, like 40 years young on this planet or so. And I'm sharing this for if you're younger and you grasping this, hey, don't continue to be a crash dummy. Everything outside, if it's not uplifting, it is a distraction at the end of the day. And it is to keep you from knowing you internally, not who telling you what you is. So I crashed out for years and missed out on a lot of my children's lives because of the world, of the environment, and because what I didn't want to face within me. And I'm not making an excuse, nor I would for my children either. I take accountability, responsibility for my actions, my choice, and my lack of thereof, and not being in a place of time as I should have. I do know, like I keep saying, we signed up for one another. Everyone we come encounter with, every member of family, every enemy, every friend, a befriend that came to an end, every connection, every partnership, we signed up for one another. Coming across everything, we signed up. Whoever watching this video right now, we signed up for this. I'm just being vulnerable, sharing for if it resonates for someone that gets the mirror, the reflection of me. Because I'm going to share with you, my heart's great. It was always pure. It was what I was attaching myself to. What was outside was making it come to conform to, because I didn't know internally what was going on or what I was receiving as far as energy and energetically. Low, high frequencies, what they feeling, what they thinking, knowing it's not of me, but I'm taking in all this. And then sexual acts with different women, and they're promiscuous too. Damn. And you one that really absorb? You one of those really sensitive ones? I'm a cusper. I'm a Gemini and a Cancer. That's air and water. And to have a master number 2 and life path number be number 9. So you put all that together. That's why I enter overstand who I am. I didn't though. I'm not even gonna lie. As I was knowing I was going to prison, I even started playing like I was going to be crazy just because I wanted to go to the crazy prison. And I'm so crazy and fucked up at that time because I was doing prescription pills. I knew I was going to jail, so I made it where I went to the psychiatrist to get a script if I could get a script in jail just to be high. And was even selling pills in jail. We called them green monsters. And I was getting up to like, what, 2, 4, 6 a day. Imagine $20 a piece for each pill. Hustler all the way around. Grounding even in with them. My mom come to jail be like, why you so happy, man, if you know what's going on in here? I understand what I did, but this ain't no punishment. And that's what family, relatives, and everything, people going to jail, they keep going because that's not a punishment to them. You might look at it and be like, oh, that's crazy. Why you, look, sometimes it's more peaceful in jail because you know what you dealing with and how to deal with it. I mean, I'm fortunate though, because any low place I ever been, I can look at you other than as my childhood, as children, fighting. No matter who I came in contact with, this is why I know I have a higher guidance within me. And I'm speaking very humble, honestly. Even my low state, jail, prison, in the world, hoods, everything, clubs, shootouts, all what it be, I'm still here and never have to do nothing physically. Almost came to, but I just know I have a greater power within my team and to their team, because I'm the type of person, and this is what people need to realize, I don't give a freak need, light, dark, what it is within me. Even where I'm at now and then before, I'm all in. So I don't think a lot of people realize that when they be stepping to people. Some people be real all in and ready every day. Now that's a true spiritual warrior all the way. Not going to looking, not going to starting. But Jay, you ready? You really all about yours. There's no thinking at play. So with that being said, no matter what I almost came to and never went through, and I speak that in gratitude, I really do. And I'm very humble. I'm not speaking in no ego, no pride, or narcissism, none of that shit. I see enough of that outside of me, even around me, close to me, family too. So to come to me though, I had to let go. And that's why I'm gonna keep sharing. You have to let go. All that happened, all that was, it was experience that you had to take in to rise, to get above. Not the weight to hold you down, to keep you clamped within the shell. You have to crack it, open it up, smell the release, the coming to nirvana, those that call heaven, the rise from hell. This is all a state internal within you. And I share this is because when you die, those that say they see their family member, that's cool, that's fine, that's the image, that's what you keep on your mind. They body in the ground, that image of them is already gone. It's energy. It's energy. Let me keep saying it. It's energy of what it is that they print that's left here within you, of what you grasp, of what you bring, of what it is to you that you maintain. But for those that know who they are, we only a ball of energy that we grow with inside. The world dim you what we call light. That's how come it don't be bright. Until you bring it within you, till you resonate of healing into, then you start speaking, you start healing. Then your vibration, your frequency rise. That's how you attract, become the magnet that you are. Of the soul that you build up your energy of your force. Then that light that you truly come to be, the more you know internally. And I'm going to leave it there. I didn't even know it was this long. We're going 32 minutes in. If you want more, comment, share your opinion. I just felt it's been laying on me just to share this because it's a reason. It's a reason why we're here. It's a reason why you're here. And it's not about, oh, let me get this, get that, and what I contain in the world. It's about learning the world within you, to drop the outside, to know how to grow and bring in a different way. Not the way that was taught, to keep you in suffering and pain and lack. Internal abundance, prosperity. That's how you're going to know. That's how you're going to grow. With this being said, for all that made it to the end, gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. I send love, peace, light, happiness, and joy and harmony to all. Unity, we grow. Harmony, internal work you do in, we rise, we win. Ashe.